Hello everyone, this is Dr. Veena and you're watching my YouTube channel Dr. Veena, your homeopath. Well, today's topic of discussion is about motion sickness. Stay tuned with the whole video because I'll be explaining why this motion sickness happen to some people and some doesn't in a very common, simple language. I'll be telling a very effective homeopathic medicine and finally will be giving you tips so that with the complementing with the homeopathic medicine you can use these tips to avoid motion sickness. So stay tuned. Well friends, motion sickness as the name suggests, sickness due to motion. Now this motion, this movement can be real or it can be virtual also. Well, real motion means I'm talking about when you are going in a car or in a in bus. Some people have motion sickness going by sea, ships, boats, they have motion sickness. Even going in a flight, it causes motion sickness. Similarly, what is virtual motion sickness? Motion sickness can be caused due to virtual movement. Well, virtual movement I'm talking about like video games. While playing video games, you must have seen while using video games or while using a lot of mobile and moving videos you are watching, somehow after some time you feel this sickness. So it is not only the real motion where you are in carriage, you are in car or like that. It can be virtual motion sickness too. Now what are the symptoms in motion sickness? What actually happen? What actually symptoms of motion sickness? Well, there might be lightheadedness, there might be heaviness in the head, headache. In some people headache is also there. Some people feel nauseatic, some people even vomit. They might not feel good. While movement, while in motion, they say something is not right, cannot be explainable, that symptom. So these are the basic common symptom of motion sickness. Now let us find out why this motion sickness happen. You must have seen some people thinking of today. Just an example, just today we have to go by car 2 hour journey, and even thinking of that causes nausea. It is a nightmare for them. Why? And some people, they travel in car, they travel in buses, and there is no such problem. Why this happen? Now there are so many theories. I will be explaining a very apt one, which is really you can say a very apt theory I'll be explaining. Now what happen is senses. Well, what are the senses? Like eyes, ears, what are the function of these sense organs? Like for eyes, the main function is to see things, to look things, to understand what it is, right? And it gives the signals to the brain. Yes, it is this, it is that, right? Or a car is moving, or something is moving, or somebody is approaching, right? Similarly, ear, what is the function of ear? Ear's function is to hear things, to listen things, right? To understand. And then it goes, the signal goes to the brain. And inner ear, my dear friends, it has one more function, that is a very common function, is the body posture. The movements, it understands what is the movement, motion is there or motion is not there. So inner ear performs that. Its main function is that also. Similarly, body, it understand there is, if in there is any movement, or feel the senses like the touch receptors are there. So it goes and these signals goes to the brain. But what happens is when you are moving like in a car or in a bus, mixed signals, mixed as well as confusing signals are going towards the brain, and brain get actually confused signals, and brain understands something is not right with the body, right? Something maybe, why hallucinating kind of sensations are coming. Like I give you example, like when you are going in a car, you go and you are watching, or you are going through seeing through the window, outside the window, and everything is moving. So the eyes perceive that we are in motion, and these motion sensations, their signals are going towards the brain, right? But your body, what it body perceive, you are sitting still, there is no motion. So the signals will be, you are not in motion. Whereas inner ear, sometimes it understand that there is no motion, but whenever there is turns and movements, there is a feeling or there is a sensation, it takes that body is in motion. So these mixed signals comes towards the brain, and brain understand that something is not right with the body, and the vomiting centers, it is initiated that something is, maybe some poison substance has been taken and it has to be thrown out. So the feeling of nausea, the feeling of something not well, some sickness kind of feeling, it happens, and ultimately this person, because of confusing signals, these symptoms happens. Now you must have seen, when the signals are less, symptoms will be less. If signals are more confusing, symptoms will be more. For example, if you are going in a car or bus in a national highway where the roads are good, there is no movements or no turns as such, then the sickness, this motion sickness, will be less. Comparatively, you see, if you are going to a hill station where the turns and are so much moving here and there, you will see what, the sickness will be more. Similarly, another example I tell you, the person who is driver, on the driver's seat, driving the car, driving the bus, or you know he or she understand, he can or she can perceive the motions before that there will be turn. So the body understand, the brain coordinate with the body that there is a turn, so the signals will be less. So these people, these driver people who are driving the car, they will not be having same kind of motion sickness as the passengers, because we as a passenger, we will not, we cannot anticipate the movements, right? So the body would not, it will react later. So that is the reason. So this is basic theory for why this motion sickness happen. Now let us see homeopathic medicine. There are many medicines, my dear friends, but very effective, very common and general prescribing medicine is Cocculus indicus. Well, Cocculus indicus 13, generally given in globule forms. It can be given in liquid form also. In globule forms, 6 pills can be taken, 6 globules can be taken before the traveling, and then in 15-20 minutes apart till the travel is there can be used if it is a short journey. If it is a longer journey, you can use it in 20, half an hour gap you can take, and 6 globules can be taken. So this Cocculus indicus, whenever there is motion sickness, whether it is a linear form, rather like if I'm talking about car, buses or bike, or sea sickness is there in ships or boats, or can be vertical motion, like in aeroplane also, in flights, going in flight causes motion sickness to some. In all these cases, Cocculus indicus 30 is really very effective. Well, the symptoms can be feeling sick, feeling nauseatic, lightheaded in all these cases, and there is a feeling that the stomach is very much empty, right? A lot of emptiness, there is as if nothing has been taken. So that kind of feeling, that emptiness feeling, Cocculus indicus can be given. Now let's see, if you have motion sickness along with our medicine, along with this homeopathic medicine, what are the tips I was talking about? Well friends, if you are going in in a car or bus or a ship or boat, prefer, or flight, prefer sitting in a position where the motion is less. For example, in car, better try to sit in front of the car, right? In bus, again in the middle or in front of the seat, front of the bus. In ship also same like that. In flights, in while you're going flight, try taking seats where the wings of the flights are there, wing of the aeroplane is there. That is the stable position where the motion will be less, right? So try sitting there. Well, while you are sitting, try to have open windows, and if it is not possible, don't look much, because their motion is there and you are sitting. Look at the horizon, rather than look at the horizon, right? And similarly, don't use very strong smelling perfumes. It has been seen that strong smelling perfumes, it creates nausea more. Well, before flight or before any car travel, try not to take heavy meals or heavy drinks. Try eating light. uh, Hydrate yourself, but not try to eat heavy meals before you going to these vehicles, right? So that is there. And similarly, if small kids are there and you are traveling with them and they are having this motion sickness, try to engage themselves in conversation, engage them in conversation, or in activities, tell them stories or something like that, so that they don't keep on thinking that oh my god, I am in car, I have to vomit, I will start vomiting, that kind of mental situation. Don't let it to be created. That fear shouldn't be developed. Similarly, I would like to say, as and all, when you travel frequently, the tendency will be less comparatively. If you don't travel once in a moon, you are traveling in a car, in AC car or AC bus, then definitely the motion sickness will be more compared to the people who travel more, right? So because the brain will automatically sense that these are not confusing or conflicting signals, these are something very common, and the brain will get used to. So that is very important. Similarly, while traveling, try to eat drinks or fruits which have vitamin C, acidic fruits like oranges, right? You can use oranges or lime juice, things like that, rather than alkaline fruits like banana, right? So this has been seen in vitamin C while you're eating or even chewing toffees, sour taste with vitamin C. It actually helps to reduce the vomiting sensations. So these were the tips. Now friends, let me just ask you, if you think that the video is good enough, please like, please subscribe, and comment also. Till then, goodbye from me.